Last Ramadan, something strange happened. I woke up for suhoor, checked the time, and thought, alright, I have a few minutes left. So I took a sip of water. And after 2 minutes, someone shouted from the masjid loudspeaker, Fajr has started. And suddenly, my mind froze. Wait, did I just drink after Fajr started? Now the panic begins. Is my fast broken? Do I have to redo the fast? Or did I just ruin my entire Ramadan day? Or another situation, you are sitting for iftar and someone looks at the clock and says Maghrib has started and you all start eating. And after 2 minutes, someone checks properly and says Maghrib has not started yet. Now again, panic. Did we just break our fast before the time? Today, I want to explain these situations very simply because these things happen every Ramadan and the rulings are actually very clear in Mukhtasar al-Quduri. Let's start with the first situation. A person eats thinking that the night is still remaining, but later discovers that Fajr had already started. According to the Hanafi ruling mentioned in Mukhtasar al-Quduri, fast does not count, and the person must make up one Qada fast later. But there is no kaffarah. Why? Because there was nothing intentional. It was just a matter of time, and that was by mistake. Now, the second situation, someone eats thinking Maghrib has entered and then realizes the time was left. So here is the same ruling mentioned in Mukhtasar al-Quduri that there is only qada, meaning you have to make one fast later. No kafara means no 60-day fast. Why? There is the same reason because there was nothing deliberate here. It was all by mistake. So there is only qada, no kafar. But there is an important extra rule mentioned in the book of fiqh. If the person never finds out whether Fajr had started or not, meaning the situation stays doubtful forever, then the ruling changes. No qada, no kafara. Why? Because in fiqh there is a principle called certainty is not removed by doubt. The original assumption in the Islamic law is that the night continues. So if someone ate thinking it was night and later the situation stays uncertain, that doubt does not invalidate the fast. Now the ruling is clear. But there are three Ramadan mistakes that people panic every year. Number one, using toothpaste while fasting. This one happens a lot. Someone brushes their teeth in the morning and suddenly thinks, did I just break my fast? In Hanafi fiqh, using toothpaste itself does not break the fast, but still it is considered makruh, disliked. Why? Because toothpaste has strong flavor and small particles, and there is a real chance that something might go down the throat. So the rule is simple. If nothing goes down, the fast is still valid. But if something reaches the stomach, then the fast breaks. But if nothing goes down, it is still makruh to use it. That is why scholars recommend using the miswak instead, because it is free of risk. If you use toothpaste, so be an extremely careful, or better yet, just save brushing for after iftar or before suhoor. The second, accidentally tasting food while cooking. This one is very common, especially in Ramadan kitchens. Someone is cooking food for iftar and suddenly checks a drawer to check the salt. Now panic. Did I break my fast? In Hanafi fiqh, tasting food without swallowing it does not break the fast. But again, scholars say it is better to avoid it unless very necessary, because the risk of swallowing is always there. So the fast breaks if something actually goes down the throat. And just to be clear, checking a full bowl of biryani to check the salt definitely doesn't count. That's not a mistake. That's just lunch. your fast is gone and you will definitely be doing qada for that one. Third, water entering the throat during wudu, and this is very strict. Sometimes during wudu, a person rinses their mouth and a small amount of water accidentally slips down. Now, here is where many people get confused. In a Hanafi school, if you are aware that you are fasting, meaning you haven't forgotten the month of Ramadan yet, and during wudu, a small amount of water goes down, your fast is broken, even if it was an accidental, even if you weren't being careless. Because you performed an action, rinsing the mouth, and something went down. So you have to make up one qada for that. But still there is no kaffarah because there was nothing intentional. This is why the Prophet, peace be upon him, specifically advised fasting people not to exaggerate or go deep during wudu while fasting to avoid the exact mistake. There is also a famous report according to this topic. During the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, people broke their fast thinking the sun had already set. Later, they realized that the sun had not actually set yet. The companions also faced situations like this. When the situation was mentioned, it was said, "Al-khutbu yasiru waqad ijtahadna," meaning the matter is light and we only made an honest mistake. This narration is mentioned in the book of fiqh discussions about mistaken iftar. The lesson is simple. Islam does not treat an honest mistake the same as intentional violation. But I want to hear from you. Have you ever had one of these hard drop moments where you realized that the clock was wrong or you swallowed water during wudu? Let me know in the comments how you handle the panic. Ramadan is a month of worship, but it is also a month where people panic over small things. Someone drinks water thinking Fajr hasn't started. Someone eats thinking Maghrib has entered. Someone brushes their teeth and suddenly thinks their fast is gone. Fiqh brings clarity to these kind of situations. Not every mistake destroys the fast. Sometimes the fast is valid. Sometimes you only have to make up one day. But panic and confusion disappear when you actually know the rulings. And that is why learning fiqh matters, because sometimes one small ruling can save your entire fast. Today's topic is my personal favorite, and I love reading it again and again. And I also want to make understand my friends, my viewers, and all the Muslim Ummah so they do not panic over small mistakes.